setups. And,
and
looks like we got this game going. All right, that just got thrown up on screen for us.
Yeah.
We apologize if you only just now saw that, but it looks like the game's now up and running.
The tournament just started, guys, so just a little hiccup there. Hopefully we'll get that fixed for the next game.
Okay, so we didn't see the very beginning of this game, but what we do know is we've got Reactored Hellions now coming out of the Terrence factory. And it looks like Zerg's going to be getting Link Speed finished up here shortly.
Yep. Well, it looks like probably no early damage happened of any type. Did he open with a Reaper? It looks like he did. I see a blue dot over in the middle left. So that'll probably join up with the with the Hellions as they come out.
As we just now get in this game.
Yeah.
So the third hatch is going down now for Leenock.
Yeah, and you know what? He already has Zerg's speed, so he's going to have to utilize that against these Hellions. But it's Cloaked Banshee with it as well, and oftentimes against a Cloaked Banshee Hellion opening, you want to have a lot of queens, and you want to have some roaches with that oftentimes. But you know what? If you have the lings, if you have the creep spread, you can surround those Hellions. You just have to make sure your queens are on top of the Banshees. Well, they won't be on top; they'll be underneath. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, you know,
figuratively on top.
It's going to be pretty neck and neck here for the start. We're going to see that very standard harass here to get rid of those creep tumors. And I'm betting, knowing Taeja, he's not going to dive in with the Hellions or Reapers, but instead just kind of shake off it.
Have to agree with you there. I don't think we're going to see him try to like run by and kill a bunch of drones. That can be a risky move, whereas Taeja is so good at every portion of the game, there's no reason for him to take a huge risk a lot of the time.
Okay, the Banshee's coming out now. And it looks like that's making a beeline over there to the second base.
Well, there's no hive yet, so it's not a beeline.
The beeline joke again, Tosis. Okay, so the Banshee comes in here, gets one drone, looks like he's getting a second before backing out, and barely escaping there alive. Good thing he did not lose that.
A lot of damage done to that Banshee right on the get-go, but he knows where the queens are now, so he's going to move up here with his Hellions and see if there's anything he can pick off. Nothing quite yet.
Okay, so here they come now, hitting these queens. And again, that Banshee very low on HP, but it is cloaked now, driving back, and a nice transfusion, excuse me.
Yeah, very good job there.
But again, the third base is still exposed here. This Spine Crawler now being hit. That Spine Crawler is taken out. It looks like Spore Crawler's taken out. And there's a good chance we can get in to that expansion and start doing, or at least limiting the ability for drones to come.
Yeah, certainly case. Oh my God, and he's actually starting to run by here.
Whoa!
Oh man, that was very nice by Leenock, getting those Banelings out and using them defensively as they went up the ramp.
I was saying that I didn't think he was going to dive in with the Hellions. He did, but he was punished for doing so.
Well, that's why you thought he wasn't going to do it, because Leenock is not the type of player that's going to allow that to happen too easily. So.
And even with the second dispatch of Hellions, that was taken out very easily. The damage that Taeja did do back there certainly didn't pay for itself, so Taeja in a bit of a deficit, losing map control now.
That's right, and we were talking earlier, Tasteless, about this. If Leenock can survive through these early few pushes, this is the first piece of the push. Not only did Leenock survive, he came out way ahead. He's 30 supply up right now. He's got complete map control against someone who opened Hellion Cloaked Banshee, and that normally isn't the case this early in the game.
Well, the question is did Taeja, put himself in a position that Leenock is really going to be able to capitalize on? I think so. Leenock, if he's not hindered early on, usually goes into some very strong, almost unbreakable late game Zerg play here. So,
well, he has 1-1 now, right? He's getting Baneling speed. The 1-1 done before Taeja's. His Spire's on the way. He's making plenty of lings. He's pushing out his creep. Everything's looking really nice for him. He's kind of staying on top of the map and figuring out everything, even the exact timing of this third base.
Yeah. The Marines and the medevacs are out now. And it looks like we see the SCV just checking over here to see is there a Zerg, in fact, taking a fourth. It's not uncommon, especially I think with somebody like Leenock, the way he plays the game, for him to take his fourth. Okay, he beat me to it. He attempted to take his fourth right there in that middle expansion, because if he gets the Spines up, if he gets Swarmos up or Brood Lords or anything that just allows him to turtle like that, he can usually hold that spot while pressuring the Terran into not taking a fourth of his own.
Yeah, that's very right. We'll see. if Taeja can actually break through. He does move out with this attack, but the Zerglings come in, surround it. He has plenty of Zerglings right now. Look at this. He's making way more even. Already has 2-2 started before 1-1 is finished. Oh! Very nice Widow Mines there.
Those are the new Widow Mines here.
The new Widow Mines, which are exactly the same as the old against Zerg, but doing a good job there, killing off quite a few Lings. This could have been a much more deadly harassment without that Widow Mine hit.
Okay, the Lings now coming in here and hitting these Marines. There are enough medevacs to heal up some of those Marines, but still the Lings take out the majority. The rest of the Marines now come down here.
Ooh.
And this is a lot of Banelings. And keep in mind, those Widow Mines are still there. Oh, I spoke too soon. They're taken out now.
Oh, one of them actually does go off, but it hurts those Marines quite a bit. He does have a few more.
Question is, what angle will he come in here with the Banelings? They're just now hatching. Looks like they're going to be rallied right to where the other Widow Mines that are not burrowed yet are.
And, well, you know what? The Widow Mine does hit a few of them. Some nice splitting going down there by Taeja. Does hold off that Baneling attack.
I got to say, that was a little bit of a questionable Baneling attack there with no other Lings to support it.
Yeah, if he had this group of Lings with that could have been devastating to run in the Lings behind and close in on it. But it wasn't the case. Leenock, though, still staying aggressive while switching into Mutas.
So Leenock now sending his Lings over here towards the second base. But meanwhile, at the fourth here for Leenock, the Banelings now come down, drive back a lot of those Marines. Meanwhile, the third base losing a lot of SCVs here. Both these guys taking serious blows.
Oh, yeah, this is actually a really big deal. I think that Leenock's just going to hold on to everything fine, whereas Taeja's losing SCVs. He's losing mining time. He's down to just 48 SCVs right now. Leenock is in a pretty good position. A commanding lead, I would say.
Now, with the third base not even being mined from here for Taeja, I got to agree with your toast. I think Leenock is in a great spot. Taeja's going to have to do a little bit of recovery here. We have 6 Mutas out, or 6 Mutas making, I should say, and a ton of Lings coming out here as well. And +1 air attack is about to finish. Meanwhile, for the Terran, 1-1 here coming in. He's in good shape, but I think for the time being, the question is, can Taeja move out effectively, or will Leenock just wipe him off the map?
I think it's one of these games, like you were talking about the other day on GSL Tastes, where like leaving your base, you just get in trouble. And look at that. Wow, that's a good Widow Mine hit. But the thing is, he already has 2-2 finished, so like there's just no point in this game where upgrades are ahead for Taeja. Look at this. The Mutalist counterattack. Ooh, actually good repair.
Whoa. He needs to make a decision there. Okay, now he gets the SCVs, and he goes back to the turret. And I can't believe that this is actually the way it's looking. So much damage there done by that turret.
Ooh.
But meanwhile, up here, there's a little bit of pressure on the outside of Leenock's base. He's making some more Banelings to try to defend here, and the Mutas have gone back.
Yeah, he's killed a lot of SCVs, though, bringing him back down.
A lot of these Marines, and I gotta say, still Taeja, this is the Taeja that we're used to seeing, still with a decent presence there.
Yeah.
Despite a much smaller army supply, he's still able to push out on the map. Let's see how he deals, though, with these Lings and Mutas coming out now, and I think this was the best move, was to pick up and run back.
Yeah, he definitely has to get out of there. Now the Muta's coming up. He's going to try to pick off some of these medevacs, hopefully. Actually going after Marines at the moment, adding some DPS with these Zerglings, and he is actually punching through pretty well, but with this bunker, I don't know if he will finish it.
And that's good. GG. Wow. That ended much quicker than I thought it was going to end there.
Well,
Leenock winning game number 1. Now, keep in mind, guys, if Taeja loses this, Taeja is out of the tournament.
Yeah, imagine that. I'm sure a lot of people looked at this tournament and said, you know what, I think Taeja is going to win it. And that's actually, you know, he's definitely one of my picks to make the top 4 at least. But Leenock's showing that he is in very good shape right now, despite having a little bit of a failure getting into Code S this season. Still playing very, very well and taking out Taeja in that first game.
Taeja can't be happy about